YouTube? This is your boy Game for Daniel, aka Big D, and back with another unboxing video. And today we got something for the car. It's been a minute since we done like an unboxing, but I got something pretty awesome for the car, and for the price I paid for, we're gonna see if it's worth it or if it's trash. So let's go ahead and open it up. And here it is. This is pretty much a CD player for a car that I paid 13 bucks for. Yeah, I'm not joking. 13 bucks for a Bluetooth CD player with a remote, 60 watt, like, yeah. So we're going to see if it's actually worth it. And if 13 bucks got us a decent sound system, then I want to leave it in the link for you guys so you guys can try it out yourselves if you're on a budget. So obviously I'm on a budget. I wanted to get something that played CDs, and I found this guy for 13 bucks. So this is what it does, okay? USB, SD cards, MP3, WMA, WAV player, FM receiver, electronic system. It has a preset of EQ, 18 presets memory, which is like 18 FM, repeat, random, intro, play, power outage is 60 watts by 4, digital clock display, and full fiction remote control. Yeah, this guy can do all that for 13 bucks. So let's see what the material, I'm assuming the material is probably going to be like cheaply made, but if it gets the job done, hey. So right here comes with a manual, so you know how to work it. Comes with the wiring kit. Nice. You're still going to need a harness in your car for you to be able to plug these in, so just keep that in mind. And the main unit. Okay. So right off the bat, it don't look bad, but it's super lightweight. You can see I'm holding it with 2 fingers. Super lightweight. So yeah, cheap material, but it looks like good. Like, first impression looks pretty nice. So this is it. Knob actually turns pretty nice. I was thinking it was gonna make like a clicking sound, but oh, that's a clicking sound. God awful clicking sound. But you can even make hands-free phone calls off of this too. So, and it's got a mic, USB, aux. This blows my mind that 13 bucks can get you this. You know, back then in the 90s and 80s, something like that would cost you like a couple $100 to get something like that in your car. Now 13 bucks can get you this nowadays. So that's just blows my mind. On the back, you got where you plug in the wires that it came with, and then the aux, the plug, like your subwoofer and all that. This is the remote. Not bad. Could be nice for like passengers if they just want to use the remote, you know, like in the back seat. And it comes with these, which I'm not really sure what that is at the moment, but we'll figure it out. Make sure you have, just because I got this for 13 bucks, okay, and it shows you the wire diagram, how to wire it up, what is left, what is right. Make sure you have pretty much a harness that fits properly in your car. So I already have a harness for the wires, and then the whole console deck I have for this specifically. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this sucker hooked up in the car, and let's just hear what it sounds. So this is what I have in the car right now. This was something that didn't come with the car. This was something cheap that I bought as well. It's one of them like cheap Bluetooth touchscreens, and I only paid $30 for this one. And it does the same thing. It has like the hands-free calling. It's got where you can put the SD card in, radio, but it's touchscreen. So that is what's cool about that one. But it lacks the feature of CDs. I know CDs is kind of like an old school thing nowadays, but I still collect CDs. And I like it where I can just jam music without having to have my phone Bluetooth, and I lose service and I can't listen to music, or you have to deal with them damn ads depending what service you use. Like I like to use Spotify. But yeah, you get my drift. I pop in a CD, I can jam the CD whenever I want. So that's kind of why I went and got me a CD player. I'm kind of missing that. This one also has where you can hook up your camera to it as well. So that's nice. It came with a camera kit. But we're going to be pulling this one out today and installing this one. So that is what we're doing. All right, so we got this going on here. Just take out some of these screws. Go ahead and just unhook all these wires. This goes to my subwoofer. This goes to that camera. We don't need that no more. And then unhook all this. I highly recommend when you do these, disconnect the battery. I have the battery still plugged in, so just be careful you don't have the black and the red touching each other, or you're going to spark, and that's not good. Just to show you, this is what the wire harness looks like. It's basically an adapter that plugs into the car, and then it puts out these wires so you can plug it up to wires like this for car stereo. Just keep in mind you're going to have to buy that harness depending on the model of your car. And you're going to have to buy a dash kit that way so it fits. So the CD player, I'm going to have to get a bottom tray so it's not moving up and down when I drive. All you do is just take the wires, match up the collars that line up with the collars, and yeah. So this cover just slides right off, revealing the wiring diagram. If you need help, it tells you what goes to what. And definitely the ground, you want to get the ground right, or you'll have static in your speakers. So I have it all wired up. I have electrical tape on them, so none of them are touching. So now I can go ahead and plug these in to the stereo, the deck. It just plugs right in the back. And if you do it right, it should look like that. Now we need this dash kit. Now this is the dash kit that I needed for my vehicle. So I'm in a Saturn, which is like a General Motor, and it's a 2007, so it says 2005 and up. So this is the one I need. And I originally had this for the touchscreen, but now that we don't have the touchscreen, we're going to be using this one. Ahead and hooked up my other subwoofer. My uncle just got me this box. It originally had a JL Audio W3 12-inch, but he said it was blown, so I'm going to try to repair it. But for now, I went ahead and stuck my TW3 Pioneer 400 watt in this box. Well, it's a pretty decent sized box, but still got that slim look to it. So yeah, that's what's going to be hooked up to the CD player. Alright, so we're going to take this kit right here, and it's going to screw in on the side of this piece. That's what will keep it in place. Alright guys, so it should look like that. Should screw in just like that. And then it should line up. Yippers. And then that's when this guy goes right in here. But I need to do it from the inside first. So take this back out and bring it in. Boom. It should look like that. Now we just got to put this piece back on, get the screws back in, And we're done. All right, guys, it's in there. That's what it's looking like. And I just noticed something. I think I know why this sucker was only 13 bucks. There's no CD slot. It's not actually a CD player. It's just a look-alike CD player that just does Bluetooth. But it turns on. It turns on. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice though. I will say that if you want like a cheap Bluetooth setup, this will be the way to do it. It just doesn't actually do CDs. And adjust the sound. But let me set it up and then I'll see how it sounds. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. It's making some of my speakers sound crap. It's like distorting some of my speakers. So I guess you get what you pay for, you know? Alright guys, so I was messing around with it a little bit. If you at least get the settings properly, it actually does jam pretty good. It's way louder than this. I will admit that. Like the treble and all that gets way louder than this guy. But it lacks on somewhat of the bass. So like my subwoofer setup, it's not really kicking it like this one did. This one like shook the car. This one is, it's not really doing the job. But as far as car speakers, if you're just hooking up the car speakers, and if you get them settings adjusted just right, where it won't distort, it actually sounds pretty decent. It's pretty loud, and it gets the job done. I mean, you can't really complain for 13 bucks. It's pretty loud. Bass. Not very good, but it gets loud. So I want to do an update. I kind of gave it somewhat of an unfair amount. So I told you guys it was super loud. It's still super loud. It's actually a lot more clear than the touchscreen that I have. But I was telling you guys it kind of lacks on bass. Well, that's before I messed with the settings and messed with it a little bit more. Once you mess with the settings, it sounds pretty good. And then my subwoofer, I told you it's not very good on subs. Well, that's until after I adjusted the amp. So I forgot to adjust the amp. Stupid me. So adjust the amp where you need it to be. If you got to put the gain up a little bit more just to help it bump, you're good to go. So now I got it where it's actually shaking the fucking car. Like, I'm not even joking. It was shaking my trunk like crazy. So this $13 deck stereo, I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Not even joking. If anything, 4 stars out of 5. So I highly recommend this if you're on a budget and you just need something in the car. This sucker actually does pretty good. It actually amazed me. It's crazy the technology we have came nowadays. Like I was telling you before, a deck back then used to cost a couple $100. Nowadays, a freaking Bluetooth CD player looking deck stereo gives you 13 bucks worth of quality. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm going to give you a little test now with the subwoofer and everything working properly. And yeah, I'm rocking a Nano. Just plugged it in through the aux just to give us something to play. Because if I Bluetooth it through the phone, I won't be able to record this. But yeah, I'm really bringing it old school with a Nano, an iPod Nano. To show you guys. You can hear the bass. And it gets super loud. Like, I will admit that. It's crazy. It actually does pretty good. And it amazed me for the price of it. So I give it 4 stars out of 5. I highly recommend it if you're on a budget. Until next time, I'm out this thing. Peace.